What is going on, guys? Dota Chronicles here, and today I'm going to be showing you guys the new Meta Support Abaddon, and this hero is absolutely fantastic in the position 4 role. It can be played as a 5, but I just feel like its greatest impact and the way to appreciate this hero the most is playing him in position 4, as you do need some levels on this hero to be a lot more effective, and you need a little bit more farm priority than what the 5 can get, because when you're playing position 5 Abaddon, you have to sacrifice a lot of your farm, and you can get a little bit of farm on this hero and put in a ton of work. So what I recommend as the starting items for this hero is you start with tangos, a ring of Basilius, a couple of wards and sentries, or you can also start with a buckler. So depending on what your lane matchup is, so if they're very high in physical damage, you can start with the buckler, but if they're not and they're a little bit mixed and not very aggressive when it comes to physical damage, you should definitely start out with the Ring of Bassi. It'll help you spam a lot more aphotic shields and mist coils if you do decide to go for the mist coils. I definitely don't recommend it, as when they buffed the attack time on Abaddon from 1.7 seconds to 1.5 seconds, it makes that he can get Curse of Avernus a lot faster, so it turns into a little bit of a core build when it comes to it. You can get 1 value point in the mist coil just because it could really turn the fight when you land a mist coil on your teammate and he can have enough HP, and by then your aphotic shield cooldown might come off and you can definitely make a really good play off of that. But then you pretty much transition into Tranquil Boots, items like Wraith Pact, Pipe, Halberd, and Boots of Bearing. I think Boots of Bearing is an absolutely fantastic item on this hero, especially once you have the Wraith Band. You just have so much movement speed, and that aura for your team is absolutely crazy, because if you're playing especially with offlaners that definitely don't like to build aura items, so like Magnus, Legion Commanders, Kunkas, these heroes that just like to play very greedy and build around their kit and not necessarily get support offlane items, Abaddon can still pick these up, as he can juggle pretty effectively once he has enough levels in the Curse of Avernus and the Aphotic Shield. You farm quite quick, low commit as well, because if there's a space on the map where your team definitely doesn't want to go and they don't want to farm, this is where Abaddon can go farm, as he's going to be soaking so much pressure. And a lot of times teams will just ignore you because 1, you're a support Abaddon, and 2, it takes a lot of resources for them to kill you, as if they use their stuns, you can just pop your ultimate and get away with a TP or just absolutely run away. They have to have some burst damage or a lot of control, and even then it's going to take them a really long time to kill you, even when you're playing support. That's another reason why you pick this hero, as supports are normally squishy heroes. Abaddon is one of the tankiest supports in the game, especially with the ultimate and aphotic shield, and you can silence somebody with the Curse of Avernus stacks, which is very underrated. It does a lot of damage and slow, and the silence is just an extra benefit. Another benefit to this hero is that you heal a lot, so you can definitely save your teammates when they're playing out of position, or if you guys are getting ganked, you can just purge a lot of things. Like you can purge Dismember, you can purge a lot of slows in the game, you can purge a lot of things, so it turns into a very high value pick for your team, especially if they have Pudge or CM or Venomancer or AA. A lot of these heroes that are very pesky with their slows, you could also save teammates when it comes to a team fight. You can just put the aphotic shield on them, and it does damage as well, so it's not just a save, it does a lot of damage on its own in an AoE, especially how big team fights get. It can definitely put in a lot of work. I definitely think this hero is very underrated and should definitely be played a lot more often than what it is right now. Could go for mana boots as well instead of tranquils, and not Boots of Bearing if you are struggling a lot with mana issues. I feel like the Ring of Bassi makes it to where your mana issues are a little bit solved, but you're gonna end up buying Clarities and Mangoes from time to time, because this hero is very mana intensive if you're playing very aggressive. If you're playing very passive, you're gonna notice that you have no mana issues in the game, but I tend to play very aggressive and tend to make a lot of space on this support role, as I'm pretty much unkillable most of the time and players just don't want to deal with me. Definitely let me know in the comment section below if you guys have played Abaddon support. What you guys think about this hero? I definitely think now with the buff to his base attack time, he can proc more Curse of Avernus, which makes him stronger in the lane and much better in team fights, as you don't have to build treads. And for the core as well, this hero's being played in the carry role right now as well. I just feel like for me, it's a much better support. It can do a lot more work in the support category, as he's not countered super hard and provides a lot of utility with aura items that he can build and with the aphotic shield. Definitely let me know if you guys enjoy playing this hero like I do, and let me know if you guys play this hero and have had success with these tips. I'd definitely like to know. I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.